What does freedom feel like to you? To me, it's being a weekday afternoon and I'm able to just walk, able to get outside into nature a little bit, give some thought to life, give some thought to where I'm headed in the new year, 2020 vision. I'm very excited about 2020. 2019 was a big year for me. I can't believe kind of what's transpired. My life seemed to be going in a direction of burnout. I was feeling really burnt out in 2018. Really questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I going about this life the right way? I had found a good deal of success professionally, definitely personally, having found the love of my life to marry, having healthy kids. Yet I still felt burnt out. And a lot of it, I think, was this burning desire to make a difference in the world and maybe just not feeling like I was doing enough. And I think that's where all this personal growth has really helped me to find my way and be able to contribute more. And I've gotten a lot of amazing messages this week from people around the world, students, colleagues, friends, people from high school, sort of telling me that I'm making a difference. And I can't tell you how that feels. It's an emotional thing to set out to make a difference and have people really tell you that you are and feel like you're helping them and inspiring them. So I can tell you that I'm inspired by so many people. In fact, I'm inspired by most things. I'm inspired by this walk right now. And so maybe that's being channeled through me as I try to deliver messages of positivity and hope. I was listening to a great podcast today from Ed Milet. He had Maria Forleo, who wrote a book that's called Everything is Figure-Outable, which is a great title as they talk about. And she said that suicide rates are at a 30-year high. So many people are suffering from depression. It's sort of maybe understandable with the way that you listen to news and politics, world events, what's happening in other cultures, persecution of people. It's something that can really get you down. But another thing that I've come across that's been really, really helpful as I've closed out this year is I was reading a book about the law of attraction. And in this book, the author, I think it's Michael Lozier, said that we each have a responsibility to keep our positive vibes up. That if you give off positive vibes will come back to you. That's the law of attraction. But that we have a responsibility, each of us, to do this. And although hard maybe to get started with it, I think that once you get rolling, wow, it becomes very, very powerful. And the best way to fight depression, the best way to fight anxiety, the best way to fight stress is to say, what am I grateful for right now? So as I stand here and you can see I'm out in nature, this is a walking path near my house. I'm very grateful that I am, as I just mentioned at the start of the video, I'm free this afternoon. I mean, this is a rare thing. You almost have to drag me away from work to stop working. And that's not necessarily a healthy thing. So I'm grateful that I have this opportunity to be alone in nature and to take it in. And so I wanted to share this with you because a lot of things that come up especially this time of year, the end of the year, maybe regret, maybe feelings of anxiety or stresses that might have come from the way that you used to celebrate holidays with your family, or maybe celebrating with people who are no longer with us. And again, how can you combat that? How can you make yourself feel more positive, feel more upbeat, maybe get some of the pain to go away? I had an incredible conversation with Frank King, comedian. He's the mental health comedian. We had a really incredible talk about suicide, and he comes at it from a very personal angle. That's going to be posted on my YouTube very soon. And I took a lot of really like emotion and thought away from my interview with Frank. And you know, it's something where, although we don't like to talk about it, when you see someone in distress, it is important to ask them how they're doing and be willing to go deep with them, because what Frank taught me yesterday was that when people are suffering, when people are depressed, when people are considering suicide, they're looking for someone to intervene. They're looking for someone to help them. And so I find this to be a really difficult thing for people to do, for myself included, as a doctor to a patient, as a friend to a friend, maybe even as a family member to a family member, to really go deep and ask them some significant questions. You know, the thought of, have you considered suicide in the past, and having them answer. And if they answer yes, do you have a plan? And if they give you a plan that's vague and doesn't have a lot of detail, then maybe they're not quite as far along. But if someone gives you a very detailed plan, and as Frank mentioned to me, this is something that they will readily share, which surprised me. I think for most people, it would surprise them to say that people are looking to share this information. They're looking for someone to intervene. They're looking for help. And the way Frank described it is that it's not that they don't want to live anymore, it's that they just want the pain to go away, that the pain is so deep. So how can we help people fight off their pain? Well, certainly number one is kindness. I made a post recently about how in a book that I'm reading again by Wayne Dyer called The Power of Intention, that a single act of kindness raises the serotonin levels, which of course increases your mood, raises the immunity levels in the person that offers the kindness. Now that same exact effect happens in the person who receives the kindness. And the amazing part, I think the part that really gets you understanding how powerful kindness is that anyone who observes the kindness also gets an increase in serotonin and an increase in immunity levels. So kindness is an antidote. Kindness is something that we can all so easily give, so easily receive, and so easily observe the more that we offer it. And so think about kindness this holiday season as one simple way to help people fight pain. Of course, love. You know, just expressing love to people, letting them know how you feel about them, expressing love to yourself. You know, that's something I think we all struggle with, is, you know, showing ourselves that self-love, that self-care, just recognizing that we have this amazing relationship with ourselves, and yet we're typically very critical of ourselves, and oftentimes, myself included, don't often really be able to see the accomplishment for what it is, to see the small gestures for the effect that they have. And so love and kindness, the two most simple human things that we can offer each other, doesn't cost anything, really doesn't take a lot of effort. Quite honestly, the more you do it, it's probably about the most natural thing in the world. And so I feel as though in this end of year situation, thinking about people that might be suffering, thinking about people that might be in pain, not really even understanding maybe why, because it's so deep rooted, that we can offer love and kindness. As Frank King, the mental health comedian, taught me last night in our interview, you know, people are a lot of times considering suicide throughout the entire day, every single day. I think that this is something that we all have to be aware of, because I have no experience with this. I have no training in suicide prevention, although I'm going to seek it now. Frank gave me some amazing resources, and that's something I'm going to take. Many of them are just online courses. If not, then a full day course that you can take, very inexpensive. I think very, very good time spent. I definitely am going to do that. But what I learned from Frank is just that the pain is so deep in people, and oftentimes all they're looking for is for someone to offer them some support, some love, some kindness, and just the understanding that, you know what, there's better days ahead, and whatever is bothering you, you know, I'm willing to help you and help to support you. So just keep this in mind as we turn into the new year. As you can see here, although it is the holiday season, it's quite mild here in Chicago, so this is a gift. And I'm so happy and grateful to be out in nature, happy to be able to express some of these thoughts and feelings I'm having with you here by video. I just want everyone to know that 2020 is going to be your best year yet if you just accept and believe it and do it and challenge yourself and get out and do something you've never done before, experience something you've never experienced before. Say something to someone you've never said before, a stranger. Acknowledge someone. When was the last time you just acknowledged someone? How powerful that can be. Anything. Someone who valets your car, and just acknowledge them. Hey man, really appreciate what you're doing. Really thank you very much. You know, next time you see someone working somewhere, maybe doing a job that you wouldn't choose to do, and maybe they didn't choose to either, but now they're doing it. Just acknowledge them. And wait till you see that kindness, that act of kindness, how it will light you up. It will light them up. And anyone who sees it's going to light them up too. So can't stop, won't stop. This holiday season, my can't stop, won't stop is can't stop having fun, won't stop having fun. Can't stop resting, won't stop resting. It's my job to let a lot of this go. I'm working hard, I'm traveling, and I'm trying to, this holiday season, teach myself that my job is to rest, relax, love, be in joy, offer kindness, accept kindness and receive it. And that's what I'm sending to you. I'm sending you love, I'm sending you kindness, I'm sending you support. I'm telling you that whatever pain you have, there's no way that love and kindness can't help you, can't help to relieve some of that and give you a network of people that you can rely on to have a safety plan to help you. And so please look up. You're going to go next to my video on suicide prevention with Frank King, the mental health comedian, an amazing man, someone you need to hear from. And can't stop, won't stop. Sending love. Stay right here for the next video.